Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Lasham Daily Briefing for Tuesday, the 28th of January, 2025. So we're starting here as usual with the synoptic. This is a picture from midnight last night. We can see this low pressure is centred just to the south end of the Irish Sea. And we've got quite tightly sort of spaced isobars there, giving us reasonably sort of brisk winds across the sort of Lasham area. Running through to lunchtime today, the low pressure's moved a few hundred miles towards the east. It's now over the East Midlands by lunchtime, and there's basically an occlusion wrapped all the way around the front, and it's going to be bringing us a fair bit of weather throughout the day. We'll take that on a little bit further then through midnight tonight and into tomorrow. And there's still a few fronts around, although the winds should die down a little bit. There is another low pressure that's just on the northern edge of the Bay of Biscay, and that will probably be moving towards the UK. In fact, no, it's not. It's moving towards France, but that's still going to influence the weather a little bit over the sort of next 24, 48 hours. Satellite picture, you can pretty much see the centre of that low pressure right here in the middle of Wales at the moment, and that's gradually moving across the country. And if we have a look at the rain radar, it's even more evident here with that swirl of rain right in the sort of middle of Wales and coming into the sort of western approaches into England. And if we run that through on the rain forecast, you can pretty much make out that that swirl of rain moving right across the country, and by about lunchtime it's out sort of Nottingham Way, sort of Grantham Way, and that's going to bring lines of showers throughout the day, really, right through to the hours of darkness, I'm afraid. The Odium TAF is quite extensive today. They're forecasting winds of 200 degrees 18, gusting 28, visibility greater than 10 Ks, a few clouds at 2,000 feet, and then becoming between now and 10 o'clock, 230, 12 knots, and then temporarily between now and 10, visibility into 6 kilometers and rain. Cloud broken at 1,800 feet, with a 4% chance in the same period, fizzed down to 4 kilometers in showers and rain, broken at 1,000 feet with towering cumulus, and temporarily between 10 and 6 p.m. this evening, 250, 16 gusting 26. Visited down to 6 kilometers and rain broken at 1,000 feet with a 40% chance that temporarily between 10 and 3 o'clock this afternoon. Viz down is little as 4 kilometers in showers and rain, and a 30% chance after 3 o'clock. Again, viz down to 4 kilometers in showers and rain. Farnborough, again, a quite extensive TAF. They're forecasting 190 degrees, 15 knots, greater than 10K visibility, scattered to 1,800 feet, and temporarily around about now, 200 degrees, 15 gusting 25, between now and 3 o'clock this afternoon, viz down to 6 kilometers and rain, showery rain, broken at 1,200 feet with a 30% chance that between now and 12 o'clock, broken at 900 feet. Between 9 and 1 o'clock, down to 3 kilometers in heavy rain, and then becoming from 12 o'clock through to 3 o'clock this afternoon, 260, 14 knots, and temporarily in the afternoon, 230, 15, gusting 25 have been forecast as well. Spot winds then to the north of us at 1,000 feet, 310, 20 knots, to the south, 270, 40 knots. Windy is showing sort of southwesterly at the moment at about 13 knots, and the local Met Office are forecasting sort of 14, 15 knots throughout the day, but gusting up to 30 at times, and certainly into the high 20s throughout most of the day. They're also forecasting rain throughout the day, right through till about 6 o'clock tonight. GFS are showing are forecasting a temperature of about 8 degrees centigrade at lunchtime, the dew point down at about 6. right now on the airfield, we've got just under 8 degrees centigrade with the dew point just under 6. And having a quick look at the camera on the south side, we can see the low cloud there. There's perhaps a shower out to the north there. Um, and it's looking quite an unappealing sky. Sky sight showing a break in the sort of cloud middle of the day. We will still get a bit of low stuff around there. So we might get a bit of sun breaking through onto the ground if we're lucky, but it's still going to be quite windy. I've got sky sight there again, forecasting gusting up into the 30s or high 20s as the day goes through. And when we look at top meteo, significant weather, this is 9 o'clock. We run that through hour by hour to there's lunchtime into the afternoon. There's still a bit of rain around. They're basically forecasting rain all day, really, right through to the hours of darkness. No times today then. There's a few around. It's the usual Goodwood, which is the hours of operation down there at number 9. 13 is Oak Hanger. 16 is Winchester. 17 is Waverley. That's not until later on this evening. 19 Everley. 20 is Ash Ranges, it's Delta 132, and 21 and 22 are sort of both Barfield and Welford and Rats. Let's move on to the local airfield briefing then, and we'll start with the usual ODM cross section. Let's just get that up there for you. So there you go, you can see there's towering cumulus, embedded cunims occasionally, and there's a lot of sort of broken strata around. It's going to be a fairly cloudy old day with quite a few showers mingled into it. Surface winds, they were starting off with about 18, gusting 28. And then maybe starting to die down a little bit throughout the day, but temporarily when the showers are come through, we're going to get some strong gusts again. And that's going to continue throughout the day. And there is actually a warning for strong winds of up to about 26 knots. On the flying list today, there's one KT11 booked for instructional flying. There's one on the casual list. All the single seaters have got availability, and there's one person on the casual list. It's highly unlikely we'll go out and fly today, but if we do, we just need to bear in mind that we've got a couple of movements. There's a 320 and a 319 departing at 12:30 and 12:45. So the general situation today is there's low pressure centred over Grantham around about lunchtime. Towering cumulus, embedded cunims, heavy showers and rain, strong gusting winds. If we do manage to get out, if there is a big enough gap in the weather, it will be on runway 23 hard, and would have the cables on the boom to the east side. We'll just take a wind shout today. And we'll be landing well into the grass on runway 23. Avoid using a wheel brake unless it's absolutely necessary, and please don't land or taxi on the disused runways, which are shown in red here. And of course, please clean the gliders at the end of the day. So that's the setup if we do go out today. Launch point vehicle in the middle of the runway, area towing to the northwest side, and winching to the sort of east-southeast side. That's it from me today then. I'll see you in the clubhouse shortly, and have a good day, and please keep it safe and have fun if we go out and fly.